Hey, all right, Shalom, Shalom, Makim. All right, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha, HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Well, peace and salutations to you brothers doing the work in truth and in sincerity across the four corners of the earth. I'm one of y'all, back at you with another lesson. And real quick, wanted to go into a lesson in regards to Esau's end. Okay? Right now, we're starting to see the beginning of his downfall, but more so the beginning of Jacob's trouble. Okay, but we know these things have to happen in order for us to inherit the kingdom. Okay, because when we go into the scriptures, right, the Bible talks about, how we, with much tribulation, okay, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, so it's not going to be a easy walk. Okay, it's not going to be something that's going to, happen and we're all la-di-da going into the kingdom. No, it's going to be some shit that we're going to see before, all right, happen in these last days. Okay, let me see here. Salakia. All right, just going through the spirit. All right, it's the book of Acts 14 and 22. Start verse 21, it says, "And when they had preached the gospel to that city and had taught many, they returned again to Lystra and to Iconium and to Antioch, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in faith." Right, and this is what we have to do in these last days. We have to continue, all right, and exhort one another, all right, in faith, all right, building each other up. These last days are getting real perilous. All right, right now we have, ICE out there detaining Jakes. Okay, throwing them into prisons or harassing them. In some cases, you have even some Edomites being, dealt with in a violent manner. Okay, so, Jacob's trouble is not just for Jacob. It's for the whole world. The whole world's going to be going through some tribulation. All right, in these last 10 days. And that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High. All right, so it's going to get rough out here, man. Okay, we have to maintain the faith. Okay, these things must happen. Okay, these things have to happen in order for us to be able to inherit the kingdom. All right, real quick, let's see 2 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." All right, and that word "woe" goes into destruction. For the sword and their destruction draws nigh. All right, that sword, man, that's Esau's blessing. All right, which is the gun. All right, and his weapons. All right, and it's drawing closer and closer. It says, "And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." And just recently, there was this Edomite that just got shot in the streets, and he supposedly, quote unquote, was resisting arrest, or he interfered with an arrest. And he just got shot. They just shot him. All right, so now he's dead and he's gone. But it's prophesied in the scriptures, man, that he was going to come with a sword and he's going to come with great wrath. It says in verse 16, "And there shall be sedition among men." All right, now when you go into that word sedition, okay, that word sedition, Salakia, it goes into an illegal act of inciting people to resist or rebel against a government's authority, typically through speech, writing, or organized behavior. While it often falls short of direct violence, its intent is to undermine peace and stability of the state or its established order. And this is what we're seeing, man. All right, people coming out in the streets, they're protesting, they're rioting in the streets because of what they're seeing happening to people as far as American citizens are concerned. Okay, they're taking up American citizens, they're invading homes. Okay, came out with an article not too long ago in regards to the government giving ICE the power to come into your home without a warrant. All right, and they can take whatever they got up in there, man. These are the times that we're coming into. Matter of fact, these are the times that we're in. It's just going to escalate into something more and more. And if you're not serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, if you're not being diligent, right, to do the work, if you're not being diligent to secure, your position is, then you're done. You're baked chicken. Okay, and this is why we come out week in, week out. We do these videos to warn the people because it's not going to be pretty, man. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies in the streets. Okay? Because this devil, he's pissed. I was just watching a thing on social media, and it says that, Esau, he has a thing called Project Looking Glass, where he knows that every decision that he makes is going to end to his demise. Every decision, every outcome that he looked at and he put into whatever he got going on, it showed that he would be defeated by Yahweh Shai. And he knows that the cause of this is because of Israel. All right, it's because of Jacob. Everything is power, trying to stay in power. Okay? 2 Corinthians 15:16 says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. And they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right? These governors that are in these cities that have these things going on, they can't stop it. Okay? They can't stop it. It's going to happen. All right? That Nero 47, man, he has his eyes set on Jake, man. All right? For you niggas that's out there that's been scoffing and mocking, all right, the men out there doing the work, we're going to see if you're going to be laughing and scoffing in those days, man. You women too. Okay? Because women, you're not exempt. The so-called black woman, you are not exempt from getting justice. All right? Because this devil, he knows that he has but a short time. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Revelations 12 and 12 says, "Therefore rejoice in heavens, and you that dwell in them." And the people that dwell in them is us. "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you." And who's the devil? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, the devil's come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. They see it already. They know that time is short. They know that Yahweh Shai and his angels are going to come and fuck this place up. So what is he doing? He's coming down with great wrath. All right? So this is why you need to make sure that, you're doing the best that you can, all right, to serve Yahweh Shai with a full heart and truth and in sincerity. Because we don't have much time left. You see, all right? Because the whole point of this, man, is, of us doing what we're doing is that we're hoping that the Lord brings us salvation. Okay, that he saves us from this bullshit that's about to go down. It's a lot. Niggas out here taking a little walk. We're almost up out of here, brothers and sisters, ones who do believe. Okay, it's the book of Romans 13. And start at verse 11. It says, "And knowing that the time," okay, and knowing the time, yeah, we know the times, we're seeing it. The same way we can look into the sky and tell when it's raining. All right, the same way we could, look at the atmosphere and see if when it's going to rain, or tell them what the weather's going to be. We know what times we're in, man. We know what season we're in. Okay? And that season is Jacob's trouble. We're in it now. Just because it hasn't touched you yet, or just because it hasn't happened in your own town, doesn't mean that it's not here. It's here. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake. Right? Now it's time for you ninjas to wake up, man. Wake up out of that sleep that you're in. All right, for those who don't know what's going on, if you don't know what's going on, man, you better catch on quick. Better catch on quick. All right, because Esau knows who we are. You may not know that you're an Israelite. You may not claim to be an Israelite, but Esau knows that you're an Israelite. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. He don't give a fuck. He's coming for your ass. All right, and if you don't like this program, he's going to throw your ass into a jail cell. Yeah, they got private jail systems. All right, ready for you jakes that buck up. All right, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now our salvation is nearer than we believe. Right? For those of y'all that thought, oh well, the Lord's not gonna come back for another year, the Lord's never okay. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see, because we seeing the times, man. Especially the men of the Lord, we're seeing it, we peeping it. All right, and we're blowing the trumpet. All right, we're trying to wake you up out of that sleep. But hey, you don't want to wake up out of your sleep. You want to stay, stay asleep and do what you do. All right, but this truth is only for the elect. Our salvation is nearer than what we believe, man. All right, this devil's coming down with great wrath. Okay, let's see here. The book of 2nd Ezra 16:1 says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with sackcloth, with cloths of sackcloth and hair. Wail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." Exactly. Just like I said. All right? There's going to be a lot of mourning out here, man. People are going to be killed. Children are going to be killed, separated from their families. Okay, so a sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? What does that mean? That means once these things start to move forward, ain't no going back. There's no going back. These times are going to get better. Well, things are good. No, they're not going to get better. They're going to get worse, man. So it behooves to take heed to what's being said out here, man. Yahweh Shai is the one that's controlling all these first and foremost. All right, the hearts of the kings are in the hands of the Lord. And he turns it whithersoever he wills. The Lord is the one that's putting these thoughts in the minds of these leaders, man, for the sole purpose of bringing salvation, all right, and bringing destruction of Babylon and bringing salvation to the elect. Because 2/3 of you people are not going to go in them chariots, man. 2/3 of our own people are going to be destroyed on this side. Why? Because they refuse to hearken to Yahweh Shai, man. Take this thing serious, man. Take it serious. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.